What's up, everybody? It's Sydney, and this is your 20-minute stretch for tight hips. So go ahead and have a seat, and let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm so excited that you're here today to spend some time working on the area that I believe most people start their tightness from, the hips, okay? So if you're in a seated position all day, you're standing a lot, you're driving, a lot of the times our hips can just tighten up on us, and in our sleeping patterns, sometimes we do this as well. So my job today is to open up your hips for you so you can move a little bit better in your ranges of motion and just functionality in everyday life, okay? So let's go ahead and stand nice and wide. Feet are just about a foot from your hips, okay? Taking your hands on your hips, we're just gonna go side to side, gentle at first, and then we'll expand more. In 2, 1, let's go. Good. And you can even take your hand down to your thigh, kind of push on the opposite side. Good. This is one of my favorite stretches. We don't often move in this plane of motion for our hips, so just making them move, stretch, super beneficial. Good, let's go a little deeper. Last one each side. 4, 3, 2, and last one over on the other side. A little deeper, hold for 5, 2, 1. Great job. Put your hands down and you're gonna walk over to the right foot. There you go. Turn your right foot so your toes are facing outward. Great job. And you're gonna feel this one a little bit in your inner thighs here on the right leg. And I want you to just try and drive your chest down towards your quad. So your adductor muscles, which are muscles that play into the hips, loosen up a bit. Great job. Toes back to the front, and let's walk over to the left side and do the same thing. Okay, so toe points outward, and you're reaching down, trying to get your chest close to your quad. Great job. And let's turn it back into the middle, bending your right leg, keeping your left leg straight. Great job. Leave your left hand down. I want you to turn your right hand up to the sky and drive your left hip toward the floor. Good. Back down and let's switch over. Bending the left leg, straightening the right. Feel that stretch in your inner thigh. Good. Now I want you to keep driving this right heel down to the floor as you lift your left hand up to the ceiling. Great job. Back in the middle. Heel toe your feet back in a little closer, close enough to where you can sit down, but feet are pointing out 45 degrees. Okay? Drop your hips, hands around your knees or inner thighs, and we're driving outward. Keep your spine nice and long. So think about sitting up. Someone's pulling the top of your head so you're not rounded here. You're extending your knees outward. You're extending the spine. There you go. You're gonna feel it in your inner thigh, and as you sit here, you'll start to feel it in closer to your hips and your groin. Stay here and breathe. Modification for this is just a bit higher, right here, okay? Let's hold here for 10. Good, push, push, push. Open, 7, 6, 5. And great job. Lift your hips up. Good work. All right, hips are up tall. Take your left leg backwards and behind your right leg. Okay, so we're crossing one foot over the other, and then you're gonna walk over toward your back leg. Great job. And as you walk over toward the back leg, I want you to shove your hips away from where you're walking. So I'm over here on the right side, shoving my hips really good out to the left. Perfect. Let's switch legs, okay? So your front foot now becomes your back foot. Okay, great job. When you get there, walk it over to the back foot. Great job. And as you're walking over towards that back foot, same thing here. Let your hip fade out a little bit. Good job. Back into the middle, and let's just put both feet together and walk it out to a pike position. Great work. Walk your feet back so they're a little bit wider apart from each other. And I want you to shift over, putting all the weight on your left foot first. Okay, and then letting your hip again reach out to the left side. Good, over to the right, reach that hip out to the right side. Good, same thing, over to the left. Okay, from the front, looks like this. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And back over to the right side. Good work. Nice, you should feel this in your hip and also all the way down the back of your leg. Perfect. Come back into the middle and go ahead and drop your knees down to the floor. Flatten your feet out here. So you're in a tabletop position. All right, good. Let's just relax your back. Okay, so let it kind of fall downward for a second. And lift it up as you exhale. Again, downward. Inhale. Exhale, lift. One more time. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift. Great job. Now, put your knees and your ankles together, okay? Everything's pinned together here. And you're gonna let your hips fall over to the right side, okay? Most of the weight will be on your right hand right now, but you want this stretch here again in your side body. Good, come back into the center. Just switch it right over. Knees and ankles are pinned together. Let the hip fall over. Good, come back into the middle. Separate your knees just a bit more and reach it back. Child's pose. Good. Just relax, forehead to the mat if you can, if you'd like. Good, starting with your tailbone, you're gonna lift up and lift, lift, lift everything nice and high until you roll it forward down to the floor for your up dog stretch. Great job. So spend a lot of time in the first part of this stretch moving laterally in that frontal plane of motion. Okay, now we're gonna kind of move sagittally, hit a little bit of transverse rotation as well, but we're gonna move mainly sagittal here for the last part of this stretch. Go ahead and lower back down for me. Just relax. Okay, I like to take a little intermission between my up dogs and just let my hands down, let my shoulders relax to the floor. Let's let everything reverse for a second. All right, big deep breath in. Hands under your shoulders and let's press again. Great job. Look over your left shoulder. And back over your right shoulder. Great job. Back to the middle. Lift your chin to the sky. And exhale, drop it down. Good job. Whew. All right. Lift your heels up to the sky. We're gonna go windshield wiper legs, okay? So let them fall over to one side. You're gonna feel this in your hips a little bit and fall over to the other side. Okay, we'll start here. Just moving, just give me a wiper. Okay, give me 4 more. 4, 3, we're going somewhere with this, I promise. 2, 1, and straighten out your right leg now. Right leg goes to the floor. Take this left leg, take it over top to the other side, okay? I'm gonna slide over here a little bit. Right leg stays straight, left leg lifts up and over, okay? One hip is on the ground, one hip is off, and I want you to try and stretch that foot as far away from your hip as you can. Good. Back to the middle. Drop that left leg down. Okay. Straight left leg stays right here. Lifting that right leg up and over. Good. Walk that leg away so you're getting a really great stretch here. Good. Keep opening your hip. Okay, let's go back to the front one more time per side. Right leg down, lift the left over. Keep walking it away if you can. Great job. Keep continuing to lift open. 3, 2, 1, bring it back in. Left leg goes straight, and I'm making kind of a T here with my arm and my other arm. Okay, right leg lifts up and over. Good, big stretch, walk it away from your body. This arm is holding your head up kind of, this arm is balancing. Great job, walk it back in. And slowly roll back to your tummy. Let's press up into up dog and then a quadruped to get into a runner's lunge, okay? So right leg up top, we're gonna come here, nice and neutral first, meaning belly button and spine are in the middle, okay? Then we lean, all right? Pushing that hip flexor down with a neutral pelvis. Now if you can take your left hand down to the floor, put your hand up on that front leg and twist if it feels good. If not, just stay right here. The whole objective is to get the straight back leg, hip to open up, okay? Stretching here. Good, make it your own. And let's go a little deeper now if you can. Okay, feel free to open up this front leg a little bit more to the side so you're getting a stretch in that hip as well. Good, bring that knee back in, bring your hands back up. Good, and let's reach it back, replace both knees, back in your quadruped. Big deep breath. Good, all right, left leg up. So we're on both a front leg and a knee, okay? Belly button and spine are here, so not here stretched. Keep it neutral first, okay? Then lean into it. There you go. And readjust if you need to. If you get comfortable, that's fine. But before you just lean into it with your chest, start neutral. A lot of people will feel this stretch just getting to this neutral position right here, okay? Then if you can progress from there, please do, but that starting position is often a great stretch for a lot of people. Make this your own. If you can reach up and lean back a little, that's great. Good, let's make your way down if you can. Hands or elbows to the mat. Feel free to press that front leg outward a little bit. Great job. And come back into the center, get back to neutral. Pull the belly button in like you're trying to reach your belly button back. Great job, and make your way back up. Good. All right, you can turn and face me here for a second. I want to give you your left leg straight. Okay, right leg is still under your body, and I want you to try and sit back here. Okay, so first things first, stretching this straight leg, inner thigh and hip area. Okay, so we're sitting back, and if you can't sit down on your leg, I just want you to reach your hips back. Okay? Good. From there, let's make our way up, back onto this knee, and push forward a little. Good, and take it back. And come back up, a little forward, a little gentle pressure, or just press on your back, keep your head neutral. But if you can, open it up. And back one last time, take your hip back. And good, up one more time here. Good, now let's go ahead and drop this arm down to the side. Reach it over top. This is a good deep stretch here for this top hip. And if you can, as you reach to the side, let's reach back a little bit more, pushing your hip forward. Wherever it feels tightest for you, go there. Okay, if it's straight over, that's fine. If it's back a little, go back a little. Great job. Rest for a second here. We're gonna go one more time with that stretch on the other side, okay? So, taking it over, my left knee is down, right leg is extended. We're gonna start with that sit back, okay? Right here. Sit it back, drive this hip down to the floor. If it feels good for you, you can even open out to the side here. Good, come up. Stabilize on your knee, a little push forward. And come back down, great job. Reach down, drive that hip to the floor. And come back up, push. Good, back one more time. Reach, reach, reach. Great job. Come on up. Stretch it forward one last time. Good. Drop it down. Left hand to the floor. Reach it straight over first. Good job. And if you can, take it back a little bit. There you go. All right, let's take it right back in front here. I want you to come back up to both legs. Okay, we're gonna do a little mobility, runner's flow, okay? So watch my hands. They're gonna walk over to the right side. My toes follow where my hands go. So toes point here. Okay, I'm gonna drop down, open up, and then repeat on the other side. Just keep walking, okay? Toes follow where my hands go. See, both pointed this way. Drop it down, open up. And let's switch again. Here we go. We're gonna get 3 in per side. Okay, over to the right. Toes follow the fingers. Drop it down. Come back in, lift the hips. walk, toes follow the hands, drop, lift. Great job. One more each side. Let's walk it over to the right. Toes follow the hands, everything's facing the right. Drop, open. Come back in, lift the hips, walk it over. Last one here, drop it down, open it up. And leave that knee down, both knees down onto the floor. You're gonna inch wide for your final position here, okay? Inching wide, and you're just sitting, okay? Falling forward if you can, but let's just open up the legs. Kind of like a, what's the yoga pose where you're flipped over on your back? Happy baby, kind of like a happy baby, but we're flipped over, okay? And as time has just run out, see if you have a tighter side, okay? See if one side feels a little bit more open than the other. Spin time here, okay? We moved in a lot of different planes of motion today, so you can come on up, bring your knees back under your body. Okay, we moved in a lot of different planes of motion today as your hips do, as the femurs that are inserted into your hip socket do, okay? We can move this way, sagittally, which was your runner's lunge. You were stretching this way. We can also move laterally in that frontal plane with the overhead reach, okay? And we can move in a transverse plane when we're rotating, okay? So make sure you're addressing all these planes of motion as you think about your hips. As you think about low back or hamstring pain, think about the hips. This lumbo-pelvic hip complex, meaning your lumbar spine and your pelvis. It's basically the center of everything, okay? The spine, the pelvis, the brain, head, center of everything, okay? So make sure you're taking care of yourself in that way. All planes of motion, all different ways of stretching, and if you're feeling something that is away from the hips and the back, also know you can probably address some of the problem here and here, okay? So keep stretching, keep moving, keep yourself healthy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, but first give it a thumbs up to let me know that you feel better from this stretch like I do, hopefully, and then I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye, guys.